do the uniforms look like for Saturday? We're going to show you right here on the Locked On Ole Miss Podcast.
You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, welcome to this extra edition of the Locked On Ole Miss Podcast. I am your host, Stephen Willis. You can see my Twitter address down there. Give us a follow on TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. We're out and about there as well. And I do want to thank you for making the Locked On Ole Miss Podcast your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast. The new uniform reveal has happened. Thursday night, Ole Miss put out a couple of tweets to tell what's going. Our thoughts, our rumors were confirmed. It was that uniform. We're going to show it to you right after this. And I'm going to, see. Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? What's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It is not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high and get a DUI. Now, we're going to show you the uniform reveal. We're going to play the tweet that Ole Miss did, and they put another one out with actual pictures. And then we'll come back and talk about it in just a second.
Protecting the brain, gotta protect the brain. Too much to count right now, I don't got enough hands. Right now, just me and her with it. They dissing, I know that they wishing I give them a chance. Never get tricked out the spot. You reach, I blank, you stink, I'm gone to the cane. Going fed for protecting the brain. Say what I said, just protecting the brain. Hey, go.
All right, there is the uniform pictures. You can see what happened. We saw the video reveal. This is the photo reveal. It's a white helmet, navy uniform, navy pants, pretty much white shoes and white gloves too. So it's pretty much white everywhere but the jersey. And it's a good look. It's like I don't want to say better look than the Sugar Bowl look, because I really liked the Sugar Bowl look. But I think a lot of it has to do with this helmet. And everybody says, oh, you're just trying to look like Auburn. Well, Auburn doesn't have a white face mask, so it'd be closer to looking like Tennessee if you were trying to do something. But every school has a white helmet. You're not trying to look like anybody. You're just trying to have a white helmet. Even Florida's broke out a white helmet. South Carolina. I don't know about Georgia. There's a chance there's an all-white Georgia uniform that is out there that they could use as well. Now, it's a good look. It's a nice, clean look. It looks like you would want for an opener. I can see why the players and the recruits would get excited from people seeing it. The thing that I question, the one thing about this uniform strip that I don't know about, and that is the red line around the navy blue Ole Miss. And you almost probably need to come up with a little bit of a different stripe, because the red on the blue, it looks difficult. Now, the red looks good against the powder. They had the right idea there. And I see whenever they ordered it, they just like, well, why don't we just get a navy one here instead of the powder and do the same thing? But I think the helmet decal needs a little bit of work. This strip, honestly, now, I'm going to freak some people out right now, and that's okay. But this strip, honestly, this helmet would be a perfect place for the script M. Just a big script M on the side of the helmet. Navy blue, outlined in whatever it's outlined with. Just a different decal than normal. It's part of the Ole Miss decal. It's that M. And I think that would look really cool. I think that's the next evolution that's coming in these uniforms, is they're going to get away from having to use the script Ole Miss on every helmet. Now, I think the navy is going to stay the same, and I think the powder is going to stay the same. Although I would be okay with if they went to the powder, just putting the numbers on the side of the helmets, 1950s style. Like whenever we play LSU, or like we wore against Vanderbilt last year. I think that would be a cool thing. And then you have the script M on the white helmet. And you can just do the script M in powder, script M in navy, and that just becomes that helmet, that special helmet. And that's something that I would look at doing if I was Ole Miss. But all in all, this is a good strip. I like it. I don't usually not like uniforms. You're not going to see me come on here and just like slam a uniform selection. That's just not the way that I am. But all honestly, this is a good looking strip. I would put this one on par or a little bit below the powder strip that we wore in the Sugar Bowl, and that is only because of the helmet decal. I don't like the navy and the red being that close together. It makes it harder to read for whatever reason. As far as new uniform goes, it's a good look. Now, the funny thing is, other than the white helmets, the navy and the white was worn the last time Ole Miss played Troy. It's almost like a ceremonial strip for the Troy Trojans. So we'll see exactly what they have planned, what they're going to do. It should be a lot of fun. But the uniforms in week one, absolute fire. I do think you're going to see something more traditional next week. So don't worry that the traditionals are going away. I think you'll see something interesting potentially for the Georgia Tech road game. I'm looking forward to that because I do think the powder blue stripes and numbers on a white jersey is out there, is a thing. And we'll see exactly how that looks moving forward as well. But all in all, good look, good start. Everybody enjoy this opener. I told you on the Locked On Ole Miss podcast this morning, enjoy these. There's only so many openers you get. All the anticipation. Everything that you could want is right here. So enjoy it. Have fun. Celebrate it. Grove it up. Party. However you do openers in football games, make that your repertoire for this game. Because these type games, you don't get too many of them. You don't get too many Saturdays like this. Enjoy it. Maximize it. Make the best of it. Anyway, this has been your uniform reveal. I do want to say thanks again for making Locked On Ole Miss your first listen every day. Now for your second listen, go to the Ultimate Pro Football Preview of 2022, an 8-episode extravaganza to get you ready for the NFL season. The local team experts of the Locked On Podcast Network and Odyssey NFL Insiders are all combining into one in an ultimate NFL preview. Search Ultimate Pro Football Preview 2022 on your Odyssey app, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're here. One more sleep. Ole Miss versus Troy. 4 Eastern, 3 Central, SEC Network. Saturday, September 3rd. We've made it. This oppressively long off season is over. Anyway, hope everybody enjoys the game. Hope everybody has fun with it, and we will see you right after for the post-game show. See you later.